You're the Wild with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille.
Hello?
Matt Becker.
I can see you guys.
Sorry, I had to turn off the slingshot guy.
The what?
The slingshot guy. John's
He's the best.
For how to lose it.
Hold on a second. John, are you with Becker at the bus?
Nope.
Oh. Sounded like you guys were laughing at the same thing you were both looking at.
Well, I sent him the link
okay.
to your spliff.
Young Skunk. He's German and he apparently has restraining orders.
Oh, I see. I see the link, yeah. Brett.
I'll just be in the dark on this.
He's not allowed to buy a gun, so he makes his own.
He's fucking nuts is what he is. Maybe we can make circular saw blades fly.
So this is a video that John found and sent to you, Becker, right?
Yeah, when he's not watching dolphin porn, he sends this.
Which is rare.
Hey, Brett Erickson's with us today.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Brett.
Hi, guys.
You are the guy who saved that podcast. Good job.
Totally, man.
Now you're just swooping in to save this one.
Oh, I do what I can. It's so much easier than having your own podcast.
You know, it's just nice to have a guy who doesn't eat meat right before a show. I thought it was live. Something in my head said it was live, and then, of course, I would have missed it, thank God. So then I whipped on, like, what the fuck? I was live. And I went, no, it wasn't live. Why don't you do a live one and just charge like $5?
Yeah.
Pay-per-view.
There's a lot of issues with that.
It's the buyer's remorse clause, I think.
Find out, nobody will pay $5. Yeah.
No,
Dealing with that's a pain in the ass.
Brett said buyer's remorse, and Becker just immediately thought, "Oh, the customer would feel like they want their money back." No, it would probably be the buyer's remorse clause that Doug has with the podcast is that you have 24 hours to have me go in and remove anything, to scrub anything that you want.
When you decide that pro-rape position you took 45 minutes into the podcast after your fourth shot, maybe rethinking that.
True story.
Yeah, but it's like when they move a fight to another country where they have no rules. It's like, oh, I guess you're going to be fighting your prize fight in Cambodia. So you might want to work on your footwork. Yeah.
Do we have that buyer's remorse clause? Because I am not having a lot of luck finding a job, and I think this podcast might be the problem.
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, things were going so smoothly over there at PBS.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, one day they're like, hey, I heard you have a podcast. Next day it's like, hey, we got to let you go.
I probably could have held back from asking you, hey, are you dialing in from work today, or what's going on? I could have took that out.
Technically, you are, John.
Technically, this was a public broadcasting production for a while.
Yeah, we got some federal funding, but that all stopped when you got fired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks
a lot, Trump.
Yeah. You can get a job in a coal mine, is my understanding, in this new America.
Coming to you live from West Virginia. You're the Wild.
I say we become freelance loggers, John. Let's just go out and cut down trees.
Is that how that works?
I think you can just cut them down. And once they're cut down, it's like, what do you want me to replant it? That's stupid. The wood goes bad.
Wood goes bad.
Years ago, when I was in college, me and my roommates decided we really wanted a Christmas tree. So we went out and cut down a tree because this is Alaska. So we went behind the hospital, Providence Hospital, and cut down a tree. And learn later that is illegal. You can't just go anywhere you want in Anchorage and cut down a tree.
Yeah. Providence is that's in Anchorage proper. You're going on someone's property and cutting down a tree.
Yeah, but this is Alaska. It's
funny, similar story, John. As we wanted a big cross for our yard, so we went to a church. Apparently, you're not allowed to do that either.
Yeah, if you cut that cross, it goes bad too. You got to harvest it.
Well, God may not have been watching us. That camera on the outside of the building was.
And you tried to explain we're not going to set it on fire. We're just want the cross.
Well, not till winter.
Yeah, not till you need to. So what's going on over there?
We're having one of those intermittent days where it's like sunny and then it gets cloudy. When it's cloudy, it feels very cold out. And then when it gets sunny, it feels like summer. And then you just like half shirt day.
I think you just explained, like in a very remedial way, the way the sun works. When it's not there, I tend to shiver.
Sun hot.
When I see it, I must remove my bear skin.
How did you finish that, Becker? You're wearing a half shirt?
Yeah, I mean, half the time I have a shirt and half the time I don't. What are you thinking, weirdo?
Oh, I thought you were wearing like a crop top.
Yeah, and a ball gag. What's your point?
Well, you could always do that Costa Rican thing, the Tico thing, where you just kind of take the bottom of your t-shirt and start rolling it up until it stops and it stays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a weird look. Yeah, Tico tube tops.
Well, that's. I'm glad you guys are finally out of the snow, and well, I think it sounded like you were, but you guys have been battling that and keeping the streets clear out in Anchorage.
Yeah, they. My neighbors, because you know how they do street cleaning, Ggreg, where they come through like once a year because you pay taxes.
Yeah.
And they came through
or not.
Yeah, and our neighbors had a big barbecue, and they don't have a driveway because they don't have a driveway. And so all their friends left their cars on the goddamn street. The one day they're cleaning the fucking street. So when they all leave, now our house had all this shit still piled up, leaves and crap. But not only that, but all the ones that got cleaned, the water ran down and drug everything left down in front of our house.
Yeah.
So I was livid. This morning, I look outside, street cleaners came through, cleaned our street, just our little area. Guy waves at me, I wave at him. It was amazing.
Did they bill you for all the garbage out in front of your house?
I don't know. I'm sure they already got the money, but the point was it was like rarely with utility or anybody, you get that like connection. I'm looking at my window, he's waving at me like it's a Disney movie. I'm like, thanks, big guy.
It's nice. You can fight City Hall.
Yeah, and he drives on the other side of the vehicle. I didn't notice that until he waved at me.
Yeah,
they gotta be curbside.
Yeah, curb service. I mean, curb driver. Yeah, like a postal van.
Yeah. Well, they probably gave the job to some guy from the UK. That's why he's smiling because he's showing off his new teeth thanks to Obamacare.
Immigrants.
Man, could you imagine being killed at a concert that you would never admit you went to? Like, there's a double tragedy here somewhere.
It's tough to prove you weren't there when there's a toe tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you get that broken leg? I went there to help.
Yeah. It was at the end of the show. I was helping catering.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of videos on that, and they all end with Ariana Grande is okay.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing that she's okay.
John, you're the youngest here, so who's this Ariana Grande?
I think she's like a 22-year-old that looks like a 12-year-old that
Go on.
To catch a predator. Yeah,
caught attention. She's got songs. I don't know. I can't name any of them.
She's basically Justin Bieber without a mustache.
She's a pop star.
Well, isn't Justin Bieber without a mustache?
No, that's true. I forgot. But anyway, the point
so they're
is
twins. Is that what you're saying? They're identical twins? Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber are twins.
There's two things that UK might not let American entertainers go over there and perform anymore if they're going to attract that kind of attention. But the number two is I think the Muslims like her because they waited until the end of the show to do it. They're like, hang on, no, let's wait for the encore. No, you're supposed to blow up at the half.
This is my song. My jam.
I can get her up and now. She's dreamy.
But it would be one of those things where maybe he was waiting for the perfect song to do it. And it's always the hits, the encore. That's the one that comes out. Yeah, so it was really he was pulling the strings the whole time.
Cover a Chumbawamba. I can't do it.
I'm not going out on that one. I get blown up. I get back.
Isn't Mishka in the UK right now?
Yeah,
Mishka Shubaly.
Yeah.
Could it be that this has nothing to do with radical Islamic terrorism and more to do with someone who's just really depressed after having seen Mishka Shubaly's act?
We're not ruling any theories out. It's so fresh. It's so fresh.
He separates suicide and bombing.
Was it a suicide bombing?
Yes, John, that's what happens when you blow yourself up.
No, I thought they arrested. I thought they were looking for somebody though.
They got the guy who dropped him off. Way to go, Uber.
Is Uber now an accomplice?
I heard an expert in Islamic terrorism or terrorism that features suicide bombers. I don't know if that's all terrorism. They said that the one thing that is like clear is when it's a suicide bombing, you can tell by the way that the body parts have separated and landed in different areas. So
cool.
That guy's not being detained. He's being bagged.
Gotcha.
And that's what they found there. So did they already come up with the guy they detained? Is it someone
they got the guy detained? They won't say who he is.
We're actually getting into actual facts here, so we should really kind of steer away from this. That's really not.
You think listeners to this podcast are concerned with facts?
No, we're not.
He was homegrown. He was a homegrown terrorist. This is the problem you're going to have when you let foreigners in your country and live there long enough to have children who later become terrorists.
Let's dig deep. Let's get some Sean Hannity level exploration on this topic.
That was pretty close right there.
Well, the point is you got one less viewer to Soccer Marmalade.
And that's a shame because we were one listener away from bringing it back.
Whatever happened to that?
It's
being retooled.
Yeah. And done by someone else.
People still play soccer, right?
I've heard. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I've heard they do.
I think you need a girl on it who doesn't know the sport.
I thought Hennigan would qualify, but
Soccer Marmalade was a podcast that Brett Erickson and what's the best way to describe Hennigan? Is it Brian Hennigan or Mr. Hennigan, the Uncut Scotsman?
Neighbor.
Yeah, neighbor, upstairs neighbor.
Oh yeah, his upstairs neighbor, Hennigan. They did 8 of them.
13?
13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Look at you, double digits.
Yeah, it was good.
Are the archives still available?
I don't know. Talk to Chaille about it.
I can't even, it was so long ago, I can't remember where we were putting them. Oh, yeah, they're available. They're available.
Sure.
I'll put a link. They're interesting.
Yeah, if you want to hear about soccer 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That's the podcast for you.
Same rules today.
Well, I'm a couple seasons behind, so it's perfect.
It would be the same no matter when you listen to it, John.
Perfect.
So, Brett Erickson, what are you up to? What do you do?
About 5'11". That's a comedy piece. I just living in the old Los Angeles. Got a comedy tour with Andrist coming up in June. And that's about it.
Oh, great poster, by the way.
It's all right, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a little nervous, but that guy, kid's good. Brett Brock does all the artwork. He's pretty good. So, focusing on that because when you do a tour with Andy, it takes both of you to split the work 50-50. And so I'm just trying to do my half of the work preparation-wise. I just hope he shows up to the first gig.
Which is like,
where is the first gig?
It's up in the Pacific Northwest where he lives, right?
Yeah, I had started it right near his house so that if we have a chance.
Couldn't make it easier.
It'll start in the comedy hotbed of Tulare, California. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm guessing that's north.
Yeah. It's up by Fresno. It's like if you wanted to be in Fresno, but you didn't have enough money to live in Fresno, you moved to Tulare.
What are the skills?
It's a little place called Barmageddon. For real.
Is that the actual name? That's a great name.
Barmageddon. Yeah. So, we start there and then we go up through Santa Cruz and San Francisco and Oregon and we end in Montana a couple weeks later. Nice. Check it out. Check BrettEricksonComedy.com for links.
Are they up there now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Some of them are. Some of the dates just got finalized over the weekend and, I have not been in any condition to do any sort of updating in the last couple of days.
Yeah. I felt like it was a dumb question when I was saying it, and then you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I knew what you meant. It was a slight dig. I get it.
No, it wasn't a dig. I want to know whether I should put a link, and if I put the link, then people are going to go, "There's nothing up there,
There's nothing
dipshit."
there.
Yeah.
Assholes.
So, one job. Not much.
I gotta admit though, that picture, Greg, is I think it's now all over the world. I saw the Pope was holding you a minute ago.
No, that one was real. That wasn't Photoshop.
Yeah.
That actually happened. We had the Pope at the Swapcast.
The old Pope, not the new Pope.
Yeah.
The new Pope's busy.
They know that.
The old Pope, he's touring around.
He's accessible to us.
Yeah, I posted the you as the second shooter on the coming off the grassy knoll. And then someone in the comments posted you 9/11 falling out of the one of the towers.
I haven't seen that one.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, it won't stop. So that's what I'm doing. I'm licking wounds still.
We had a good case up here. This is our continuing crime rate's been it's unique enough where we keep making national news with it. There's a guy that was charged with murder a couple days ago because he went to shoot himself in the head, and he did it, and it went through his head and hit his girlfriend who was trying to stop him in the armpit, which apparently is where the vital organs are, not your head in this household.
There's a major artery or something under the
guess.
armpit. Yeah,
but She died. He miraculously put a bullet through his head, and he survived. Just to make his court date for second-degree murder.
Sounds like everything worked out. They were fighting.
And he does like another hole in the head.
Did it go through his cheek? Because I hear that's a pretty common mistake when you're trying to shoot yourself.
This went through his brain, and they said it's a miracle it didn't kill him.
So miraculously, he gets to go to jail now?
Yeah, but I bet his goddamn pro bono lawyer is going, yeah, it's a miracle, and I'm going to miss my kid's soccer.
He can catch up on soccer marmalade.
What I mean, you got to have intent. He didn't mean it. I mean, how codependent is this woman? Let him kill himself.
Always getting in his way.
Yeah. Always story topping me.
Can't do anything right.
Wait a minute, she's dead? Okay, I want to live now.
So, John, what are you doing to find a job?
Oh.
Is it becoming one of those things where you have to find one?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's incredible how.
I know the answer to the first question now.
I actually have to work. I've applied for a job that's like a serious grown-up job, and other than that, I'm just doing a lot of freelance stuff. I'm shooting a friend's wedding on Saturday. So, I guess I'm working. Do
you have to do all the editing for those kind of gigs? For the wedding? Isn't that tedious?
No, that's the only part I want to do, because that's the only part that doesn't require me to leave the house. The rest of it's like, I got to put pants on and walk around with a camera looking like a jerk.
Well, you got that down.
Yeah, I like the editing part.
It seems like you're employable, but you just don't want to work.
Well, there's not a ton of video jobs up here in Alaska.
Weird.
People have seen it, so they're like, yeah, we don't need video.
Maybe if they put an airport in or build a road, you can leave someday. But until then, just hang on.
But isn't every reality show on the Discovery Channel about some sort of Alaskan family or police?
68% of all the reality shows are based in
Alaska. And then all the arrests by the Alaska show people are in the lower 48 where they live. Do you see the deadliest catch guy?
There's so many of them.
Sig Hansen.
The midget.
Yeah, he beat up an Uber and spit on the driver because he was drunk coming from a Sons of Norway convention or some fucked up thing. Later he goes, they came to the door, he goes, he clearly was intoxicated, and he's like, oh, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. He's got video? Do I get residuals? Yeah. And his son just got nailed for meth down in Arizona. The old stomping grounds of Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah. As I said, the deadliest catch is really about having an 8-ball in a hotel room.
I mean, who would have thought giving a bunch of fishermen millions of dollars would have ended badly?
Well, we don't have an income tax, so they all live out of state and they don't pay a fucking dime up here. It's like crazy.
I remember them always being somewhat of a problem when we had them in the bar. There was always something. And that Sig guy, yeah, he'd been thrown out a couple times from Coots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like the attention, and then when they get it, they don't like the attention.
Yeah.
And it's like the weirdest thing. It's like the guy one time, there was a guy who came in the bar and he was like, looked like Santa Claus, and it's December. And he was like a biker guy. And he goes, yeah, just leave me the fuck alone. And like he was throwing a fit. I go, you look like Santa, you weirdo. You're wearing a red fucking outfit with a hat. It's like, what do you think? And then when Becky and Tish went down to Nashville during the week of Elvis's birthday, there was a guy walking down the street dressed like Elvis with a girlfriend. They go, can we get a picture with you? And the girlfriend's like, can't you just leave him alone? I mean, what is, and she goes, just like fucking Elvis in Nashville, you retard. Can't you leave him alone?
He got a rhinestone studded outfit, a guitar slung on his back. If we could just get some peace.
It's getting so a guy can't wear a lavish costume in a crowd of people without drawing attention to himself.
In the hometown of Elvis.
Please respect my family's privacy in this difficult time.
I just want to eat my banana peanut butter sandwich in peace.
I think I know one thing, though. I'm not getting on any plane if somebody's wearing one of those Trump hats. They seem to be the precursor to trouble on planes.
What, the Make America Great hat?
Yeah, the whole thing. The guy, like, the other day got chucked off one coming back from Singapore.
Yeah.
It was very funny because they were like, all people from Singapore.
And everybody was chanting, lock him up, lock him up.
Yeah, I thought it was funny because you go, you're in Singapore, you can get that for spitting gum on the sidewalk.
Yeah. Looking at graffiti, you can get arrested.
I found out that you just can't wear red hats anymore without getting dirty looks. I have a red hat that's a Jolly Rancher racing hat that I got from a mutual friend Tucker Campbell.
Yeah.
And I wear it when I go running once a year. The other day I went and I was running through a neighborhood and I got a lot of people like slowing down to look at me, and I got a lot of mean looks because it was kind of a liberal area.
They recognize the red, but they don't want to read on the front of the hat.
They don't. Well, it's a red hat with white letters on it, so immediately
that
that
must say "Make America Great Again." But let's not look.
I think we're all starting to understand how the whole Bloods and Crips things work. Like, what's he doing in our neighborhood? We should shoot him.
Not my fault. Red's my color.
Well, if you only wear it when you run, then that hat qualifies as brand new.
I'll never get in shape because I can't wear it.
Yeah. Well, hey, John, did you go to Vegas yet?
No, I'm leaving. I'm leaving Saturday night. We're going next week.
And what's the plan there?
There's drinking.
There's no like family thing, or you're not going to it because you've done bachelor parties and.
No, we're just Stephanie and I are just going. We're going down. We're gonna spend a couple days in L.A. hanging out with my family. Maybe we'll hit up the
maybe 10 hours.
Maybe 10 hours. Maybe we'll say hi to Brett Erickson. He's in the area.
I'll be there.
Wait, last time he went down, I think he did the Pikey show.
Mm-hmm.
Or he visited you. But are you still doing that show?
No Pikey show.
No Pikey show.
Pikey show over.
Last time we were down there, Matt Collins and I stopped into the Comedy Store.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That place is still happening. That's still open for business.
That's still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only plan. I'm going to go down and do nothing for a week, which is not quite the opposite of what I've been doing lately.
So you're training for that right now.
Yeah.
It's smart. You don't want to jump right into doing nothing.
That's
you want
how
to
injuries.
Exactly. Get yourself warmed up.
That's a lot of people go on vacation after like working for a long time, and it really throws off their whole plans of doing nothing for a week. Not me.
You should try to find day labor work in Vegas.
Oh my God.
Like hand out those porno cards or just do something. Just do something to go, yeah, I've been working.
The guys that slap them. Yeah.
Tap, tap, tap.
Tap, tap, tap.
And people take them and then look at them and turn back and be like, "Is this you?" Like, "Yep, I control all aspects of the business."
So we used to go to the desert party in May. Was it May, June?
Yeah, Mother's Day week.
It was always May.
But I mean, going to Vegas in June, it's kind of the same. But I mean, we were miserable. I don't know. I guess it was a long time ago. Because I don't remember it being like right now. The thought of going to Vegas in the middle of June or at the beginning of June seems a lot. Seems like there's other times you could go where it probably be cheaper.
It's like going to Hawaii now. It's like, why would you go to Hawaii now? Now's when it's actually nice in parts of the country.
Yeah.
Well, now's the only time I can afford to leave Alaska because it's cheaper to leave Alaska when it's nice out.
I've never known that.
Yeah.
Not to disagree with you, but it's summertime prices, isn't it?
JetBlue? You flying JetBlue?
Yeah, of course I'm flying JetBlue.
There you go. $1.95.
What?
They pay you to leave.
You have to fly the plane.
Yeah.
Load your own baggage. Well, that's good, John. Well, I'm glad that you're actually getting out and being able to do something for your summer of me.
It's gonna be the best summer ever.
Yeah.
I'm looking for. We're gonna be in LA for a couple days, so I'm looking for suggestions of things to do in LA.
Have you ever heard of this restaurant called the Hard Rock Cafe? They have one of those. You can go in and you can see some artifacts from rock and roll groups.
Dude,
is it here, Believe It or Not?
Yeah, there's a Ripley's Believe It or Not store.
Right by
Madame
Carrot
Tussauds?
Top.
Yeah, they got that.
This is all kind of in the same general area, right?
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Did you want to do something more local?
Yeah, I was hoping for something Scientology related.
They're all Scientology related.
I would work my way up from the Baha'i faith if I were
A
you.
couple years ago, Stephanie and I were in LA. We were waiting for a show at UCB Theater on Franklin, and that's right near the Scientology Celebrity Center. So we just walked in, and we didn't really know what to do, so we just walked around for a while. And then we just walked around through rooms until finally somebody asked us what we were doing, and we were allowed to just snoop around the Celebrity Center.
Hey, you in the red hat.
Yeah.
So we were really close to becoming Tom Cruise's slaves on that trip. That would have been fun.
That seems like that might be an issue. Like they might disappear you or something.
Yeah.
Leah Remini will save you.
Yeah.
So I might go to the Museum of Psychology. I think that's another Scientology place.
Oh, one thing you shouldn't do, John, is don't get nachos.
I can't make that promise. I'm definitely going to get nachos.
Don't get truck stop nachos because they've got a death count now.
A what?
What?
The Sacramento truck stop was selling nachos and the cheese and Dorito bag, and apparently 9 people are sick. One's in a coma. One guy just died, 37-year-old guy. It's extreme botulism. They don't know where it came from. I assume it might have to do something with that minimum wage worker you got running the nacho machine.
Yeah.
I'd take a look at that. I'd take a look at that cheese first. That napalm cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, botulism, it all comes from a can.
Well, the company that makes this fucking shit cheese, they're all defensive. They're like, we checked everything. It's fine. They go, it's got a year shelf life. So,
well, it all checks out here. Let's go over to the nacho guys or the chip guys. Yeah, no, he answered right. He answered right.
It's usually caused by home canning your foods. So maybe this was some organic rustic style nacho cheese they bought at a farmer's market.
Yeah, I just didn't understand. I was just like, I would expect to get botulism from that. I would feel offended if I didn't.
Well, I'm gonna risk it and keep eating nachos. I'm not gonna let this scare me.
I'm with you, John. Yeah.
If you stop, the botulism wins.
Yeah, you can't let the botulism win.
It is crazy though.
So we do have a tour coming up in June. Doug is going to the East Coast. It looks like we're going to be gone during the Killer Termites Day, Becker.
Uh-oh.
July 3rd. So you're going to have to represent.
All right. I already got a plan.
When are you going to be here?
We get it on, the 2nd, Sunday?
I think it's July 2nd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Until?
We leave on 10 days. So whatever that'd be, Thursday.
All right.
Or no, the Thursday after. 10 days we're there. So I think we're there the 2nd to the 12th. That would be 10 days.
Yeah,
we got to go to that Frida. We got to go to Frida.
Elfrida?
Frida.
Oh, no. You're the Frida, the art exhibit in Tucson.
Yeah, the art exhibit.
Yeah. There's a little town out here called Elfrida. That's where I get my implant done.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to the implant place. We're going to the
That's a different kind of day. Here's my friend, the Pancho Skin Flap. You will have baseball. Baseball is coming back. So the Saguaros, the Tucson Saguaros will be playing that weekend.
On the 4th?
Whatever that Sunday is.
Okay.
Because they do home games there. Yeah. And I know they're coming back because they asked for if the Killer Termites want to sponsor again with a banner out in the home run fence.
Sweet.
None of that surprises me. What surprises me is that they can get anyone to umpire that game. There's no way I would do it. There's not enough money. No way.
Now, what's the problem with umpiring the Sunday game at the Bisbee or at the Warren Ballpark here in Bisbee?
What's the problem with it?
Yeah, what's the problem?
That it would be impossible to make people happy that day.
Well, no.
No. All you got to do is let people have fun. Stop yelling. You can't use audible sound. Blah, 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 blah. I used a megaphone by mistake.
It's just it's a tough gig. It's
Yeah.
a tough gig. It's like
You
know they say
in
in comedy, Late Show Friday is the toughest gig, but in umpiring, the Sunday afternoon, July 3rd, Warren Ballpark doubleheader is the late show Friday. It's a tough crowd.
It's a tough crowd.
On Valentine's Day.
But you don't think that they kind of make it hard on themselves, the umpire?
He didn't do himself any favors.
Yeah.
But had it been the most compliant and fun-loving umpire that's ever umpired, he still would have been taking it hard in the ass for 18 innings.
I see your point.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's a tough. It's a tough shift to fill
However
if you're
you
running the
slice it.
umpire association.
And Brett, you are a referee, right? You are a certified.
I'm certified
sports ref.
I am a sports referee.
So how would you?
But being a baseball umpire is so worse. I mean, it's not like you have a great view of the game. You're crouched down behind a guy. It's like watching prison from behind.
So what advice would you give the umpire officiating on Killer Termites Day here in Bisbee?
Call in sick. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Look at your schedule in advance.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Or just throw the game in favor of the Saguaros immediately. Every pitch they throw is a strike. Yeah. Everybody's safe. I mean, just throw the game.
Well, I'm unemployed and I'm ready to take on this challenge. If no umpire steps up, I will ump this game.
John, you went last to the national anthem.
I refereed a wrestling match once, and it ended in a fist fight. So
don't put that on your resume.
That's my only experience.
How did you?
I'm a very lenient ref. I let everything go.
Once again, don't say this in the interview. These are. I guess I'm figuring out you're just not good at reading situations or officiating.
I say let the boys play. That's what I say.
Even when a wrestling match turns into fisticuffs?
Yep.
Well, the real tricky part when it gets to that point is scoring it.
You just start giving people escapes. It's fine.
I don't think you know how wrestling works.
I
definitely did.
2 points.
I thought I knew the rules a lot better than I actually did. So it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, I know that song. And then like a verse comes up and you're like, I don't know this at all.
Did you wrestle, John, in high school?
I did, but I didn't really pay attention. I lived in a small town and just wanted to travel somewhere with a movie theater. So wrestling worked out pretty well.
That is a low fucking bar.
Yeah.
How does being on the wrestling team help you see movies?
Well, I grew up in a small town with no movie theater, so we had to travel to tournaments to towns with movie theaters.
And then you'd skip the wrestling match and go to the movies?
Yeah, I threw a couple matches so I could go catch a movie show.
It's a doubleheader.
Yeah.
All right.
His biggest problem was he got back on the bus to go back to that school.
Yeah.
He should have just stayed and worked at the movie theater.
Probably.
Is that how you got into film?
Well, I like wearing a Leo, and my singlet style was pretty good, and I like movies, so I got the best of both worlds.
Those shoes are very slimming. I will admit that.
Oh, the Freddie Mercury kicks?
Yeah, those are something.
They're very low profile. They're great for your arches. Well,
I think you've got a couple things here that look good to prospective employers, but there's nothing that's really going to help you. I think that I've heard so far. I mean, it looks good that you're not that you've got something to write down, but you should really try and like push those off the list by having something else to put on the list. You know what I mean?
John, when's the last time you shaved your beard off?
Like completely? Well,
yeah,
actually,
completely. El Dante.
Not that long ago, because I got a new beard trimmer, and I don't know how the guard works, and so I accidentally shaved my beard off a couple months ago. So
this doesn't help your millennial crowd cred.
Did you just have a portion of it that was shaved off? You could have just.
Well, once you do a little bit of it, you go all the way. You can't like.
You could do the half. The half is actually cool. You put ladies' makeup on one side of your face, and the other half you turn. You got a beard. Freaks about it.
Glenda.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to maximize my ability to get free drinks at the bar. So whatever people want, they want a pretty lady or they want a rugged young man. I've got them both covered.
I cannot believe you're not working with that attitude.
You sound like a guy who can commit, John.
Yeah, commitment's not the issue. Don't worry, guys. I'll find something.
No, yeah.
Apparently,
you're doing it right.
It's going to make it easier to sell jams and jellies and other food products at Saturday market. So.
Oh, really? How's that? They got rid of all the laws?
Apparently. Because I think the permit now is you have to have a professional kitchen. So you have to have a kitchen that's been inspected by the state to sell something at a farmer's market.
Yeah, because that could lead to botulism if you didn't. But go ahead.
Well, come to my nacho stand. I'll prove you wrong.
John, what are you gonna sell at the market, at the farmer's market?
Maybe hot sauce. Maybe I'll do some hot sauce.
Are we still roundtabling this? It sounded like you had a plan.
Yeah. You seem a little unsure all of a sudden, like you're a wrestling coach.
Well, I'm not 100% sure because I could, I'm a man of many talents. I can make a lot of things, but hot sauce seems like my favorite.
And you say they are insisting that you have a commercial kitchen to be able to make hot sauce?
Currently, but they might change the rules.
You're still in
When
Anchorage,
are they going to
Alaska?
do it? It's already summer. The Saturday market's going on.
Yeah.
So what, you can't, are they going to change it during the season so I could jump in and compete with all the people that have kitchens?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I think you, once again, I don't think you read the entire brochure. I mean, hot sauce is basically vinegar and salt and some kind of a chili oil.
No, don't blow the secret recipe. Anyone can do it then. He's trying to sell this stuff.
I'm bleeping that out.
My competitors could be listening right now.
Yeah. Well, I urge you to go back and maybe reread the 4 rules to farmers market, and 3 of them have to do with parking.
You should just take a comedy act on the road and sell hot sauce afterwards, like my comedian friend Dave Yates, who sells hot sauce after his shows instead of t-shirts or bumper stickers. No lie.
I feel like I have better luck not doing the comedy part and just
So does Dave.
Have you been on tour with him?
No, I haven't. But he is a kid from Central Illinois that I've known. He's out in LA now. He's pretty funny. But yeah, he sells hot sauce. That's his
No, I
merch
think
item.
that's funny because I assume he's got a lot of Mexican openers.
That's where he made his mistake. He needs to get on the Latin Kings of Comedy tour.
So does he actually
Or the Amway comedy tour.
does he actually manufacture the hot sauce?
Yeah.
Or no, he mixes
he makes
the
it.
pot?
It's his own recipe, and he bottles it. He's got his own labels. Now, whether or not any of this has been inspected by anybody, I have no idea. I doubt it.
I figure the easiest way would be to just go buy like a bunch of hot sauce bottles, like hot sauce, and just get like an off-brand at like Smart and Final or Cash and Carry or one of these like
Just put your own label over
and
it.
then buy a fucking sticker machine and just put that on there.
Way to ruin Matt's new wine.
Sorry, Matt. I forgot we had talked about that.
I don't know how he sells it so cheap. You hate this? So, like right now, we know if you read the news at all or you're forced into it, Venezuela is starving to death. And meanwhile, they recalled like 8 billion hot dogs because there might be metal shavings in it. Nathan's and another brand. And I'm just like, give them to Venezuela. I bet they won't complain about it.
There's probably a way to get that. Just hook them up with the metal detector people. Come on, let's think about this. There's ways around all this, right? You know what? I bet you those Nathan hot dogs were made in a commercial kitchen.
People who eat hot dogs don't care if there's metal in them.
No, that was my point. The metal was the least dangerous thing in a hot dog.
It's the fourth thing in the ingredient list. It's on there.
You got blood in your shit. It's not from the hot dog.
Well, you don't have to take those iron pills.
But yeah, you know how they got those things for wine where you put a magnet around the neck and you fucking pour it. Yeah, just put it over your fucking hot dogs. Yeah.
Wait, you put the magnet around the neck of wine?
Yeah, or put hot glue magnets to the back of your molars, and when you eat the hot dog, the metal will just get pulled out before it ever goes down your hole.
You can't bite down all the way, but big deal. You just need to mash it up enough.
Greg, if you're trying to win a hot dog eating competition, you don't want to bite down all the way.
Oh, that's
you just
it.
open the gullet.
This is Kobayashi's revenge on Nathan's. Yeah. He doesn't want anyone to be able to swallow the hot dogs. He knows which packs aren't tainted. He's finally going to be back in.
Jeez, what a great episode. What a classic episode.
It's one of my favorites.
Brett, every time you come on, we are firing on all cylinders. But surprisingly, people only ask for Chad Shank to come back, not Brett Erickson. I don't know why.
That's weird.
Whoa. Not while he's here.
Are you guys going to rewatch some James Bond tonight now that Roger Moore died?
Wait, what?
Roger Moore died.
Roger Moore died.
Oh, man.
Wow.
More is less.
How do you guys not know this stuff? These are things that pop up all the time.
He was only 89 years old. Yeah. What a surprise.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's so low on the celebrity death pool.
It's another one of those. It's another one of those deaths that it's like, oh man, he wasn't dead yet.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice job.
Yeah, but come on. He had Moneypenny working on his side.
I just
Roger Moore dying. That's one of those ones where you can tell all of the like New York Times, Washington Post, they all had the obituary ready to go.
Yeah.
Because like an hour after he died, they had like a 20,000 word obituary.
Yeah.
Going through his entire life.
Well, I'm sure that pays off a lot.
Yeah.
Not for Gene Hackman. It keeps coming out that he's dead.
I guarantee they fucking
fault.
They kept updating that goddamn George Burns. They were just like, fuck. All right, add another line.
Yeah. If he doesn't die pretty soon, we're not going to have any room left in this floppy disk.
Rita Moreno. Remember Rita Moreno? Rita Moreno?
Rita Moreno.
Oh yeah. Did you see she's 85?
That was hey you guys, the electric company,
I know,
right?
No, Puerto Ricans don't last that long. This is crazy.
She was in West Side Story.
Yeah, West Side Story.
Yeah,
Yes.
West Side Story. Yeah,
She's in the new Netflix One Day at a Time, starring the Latinos.
Exactly.
All of them.
I know they're 85-year-olds are getting work. No wonder all the young kids are fucking crazy.
No wonder John can't get that wrestling job.
Rita Moreno took your job, John.
Yep, I was up for that role as the sassy Spanish grandma. Can't catch a break.
Did you see the one with what's the one with the guy from Law and Order, Jane Fonda? What is it? Where the husbands are gay, they're lawyers.
Frankie and Johnny.
What is this? Yeah.
Law and Order is such a huge series.
Sam Waterston.
Is it Sam Waterston?
Yeah, and then Sheen, Martin Sheen, Sam Waterston. They're all famous. Anyway, the point is, they go, you need to hurry up production. We're old. Like they want to get more series out, and the studios are like, hang on, wait, we'll get this. But it's such a bizarre show. I mean, I sit and watch it and go, who is this for?
They're so old that they're so old that they want to double production. They want to work double shifts.
Yeah, exactly. They want to work. Yeah, they want to work
really
China
sucks.
hours. Yeah,
yeah.
They want to work for Apple. But I just thought it was really weird because it's a show. It's got such weird content where you go, okay, it's fun. I get the premise, everything. It's kind of funny. But at the same time, you're going, your generation didn't know Liberace was gay, for God's sake. Who is this for? And they were offended when they found out.
Yeah, he's just flamboyant.
He loves his mother.
Every time a man wears a nice suit, you think he's gay.
These are all things I heard grown-ups say when I was young about Liberace. Yeah. Seriously. And I just noticed last week, standing in line at the Safeway, Liberace was on like a People fucking magazine or something.
Last week?
Last week.
Well, yeah, here in Bisbee.
Are you sure it wasn't? That might have been Richard Simmons.
I assume that
it might have been Richard Simmons.
It was not Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons dead. Liberace.
But are we still trying to uncover the secrets of Liberace? What's left? I mean, the title was like the other side of Liberace.
The really butch side.
What other side? How is this a multifaceted diamond?
He was a lumberjack. Lots of flannel, big beard, just cutting down trees in the Tongass forest.
Yeah, he was a freelance logger.
Never knew.
I heard he was a wrestling umpire or whatever
umpire. They are. Oh God.
Umpire.
Wrestling umpire.
That's a yellow card.
That's straight red. To the showers.
To the showers. Missed 2 games. Damn it.
Yeah, I just the world amazes me. Oh, do you see in Canada they fucking a radio station apologized for playing what they play Lou Reed's "Walk on the Wild Side" because it's insensitive to transgenders.
No, wait a minute. Walk on the Wild Side from the 70s, right? Or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. In Canada, radio station apologizes for playing that song because they didn't realize at the time.
Line in it. Why wouldn't they just not play the song?
Well,
someone called and complained.
But it's not offensive. I know, but it's not offensive. And the government announced that they were saying, we're sorry we played this song. I go, how is it offensive? It says he switches now he's a she and walking around. They're not offended by the fact that black girls go woo 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 woo. They don't get a leading role. But it's Canada. They don't have a lot.
Well, Brett Erickson has a history in radio, and I worked in radio for a little bit too. And I always felt like the only time any of these things ever mattered was if someone at the radio station decided to make it matter. Like people would call up and they'd say something, and you just say "fuck it." What's going on?
No, our live audience is enjoying something else other than this program.
Hold on,
a lot
I think
more
it's
than
another
this.
picture.
Yeah. It's another Cannonball Chaille. Oh yeah.
All right.
Is it not?
This is I think number 1 right now.
It's pretty good.
It's me doing a cannonball over the falls at Niagara. I think I got to put a coffee table book together. There's enough good ones, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that one. That was good. All right.
What about
I excuse the outburst. Look at this one.
See this one?
Brett, what are you looking at there?
This is the guy jumping out of the one of the towers on 9/11, committing suicide with Cannonball Chaille coming in hot right behind him.
This is the problem. This is the problem. When you don't understand aerodynamics and you're jumping out of a building, it'll be the death of you. It'll be the death of you. You know how many lives we could have saved if we had a PSA about tucking those knees up to your chin?
Yep.
All right.
Never forget. That one is Amy Jones.
Okay.
On Facebook. Right on. Amy Jones came through with that one. Give credit where credit's due.
All right. Well, we'll put some links up and have that up there.
Yeah, I think you should definitely make a calendar immediately.
Where would we put that? Forget it.
Save the Kennedy one for November.
Well, we've already got September.
Yeah, we got September and November handled. God.
All right, you've listened to another episode of Near the Wild. I'm Matt Becker, sitting on a bus in Anchorage, Alaska.
I am John Norris, looking for any freelance wrestling umpire opportunities.
This is Ggreg Chaille with Brett Erickson in Bisbee, Arizona, keeping my knees right under my chin.
Mm-hmm. And you're welcome. I saved another podcast.
Save!
You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille. Recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's backyard bus. Produced and engineered in Bisbee, Arizona by Chaille.